What's up, guys? I'm back like I never left. In this video, we're going to be talking about Workhorse stock. We're going to go over why the stock is up 7.37% today and what are the important technologies that this company has and they're going to be planning to introduce in the near future. We're going to be talking about exactly what is the new updates related to this specific company. I'm also going to be going over a quick stock market recap and what are the important economic reports that we need to pay attention to for tomorrow that could potentially affect the stock market, guys. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video. I'm going to cover all this information coming up. Alright guys, so before we get into the video, make sure you smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop it in the comment section below, guys. So as you can see over here, Workhorse stock today is up 7.37% to the upside. That is really fantastic because it really was consolidating at around $15 for the past few days, especially after they announced earnings, a pullback to the downside. The major headlines for Workhorse stock today was there was unusual options activity that happened in the options chain of Workhorse stock. I'm going to cover in detail, talk about Workhorse options later on, but that was the major headlines that came out. And also the stock was getting recommended by people that have a good following. So they said that Workhorse stock is definitely going to be their top 3 picks upcoming weeks and months. So this is why this stock could potentially saw a spike to the upside. So the major thing that a lot of people are waiting for Workhorse stock is going to be the USPS contract that could potentially worth $6 billion. However, USPS is having a lot of issues, especially with politics, and there's been a lot of rumors going on that the CEO of the company is not really the person that has the positive interest, to lead the company to make it profitable. There's a lot of politics going on behind the lines when it comes to USPS, and also there's going to be election coming up pretty soon. So there's been a lot of debates between the parties, the politicians, and different parties are talking, and they're going to be voting on Saturday about a huge bill that's going to potentially pass pretty soon on Saturday. So they're working on that one. That bill is going to be approximately for $20 billion. It's going to be more than $20 billion. So they're going to be awarding that money to USPS. And that is going to help, of course, the elections. A lot of people are not going to be going to their ballots, and they have to use mail ballots to vote. So they don't want to have any hindrance for people to vote. So they are doing and giving money to USPS as soon as possible, and they want everything to go smooth. So they're talking about that. There's a lot of politics going on, but we're not going to go in detail about that information. We focused on Workhorse stock, and recently, of course, the CFO got interviewed, and he talked about exactly some of the plans, and they didn't go in detail talking about USPS contract, but of course he talked about the future technology that this company is going to be starting implementing pretty soon. They're going to be expanding to refrigerator trucks, and that's going to be helpful for companies like Walmart, Whole Foods, if they want to deliver like meat and things like that. And that is going to be a great branch for this company. And as you guys know, that Workhorse stock also has drones available. I know I got a question about how their drone technology can help the company. The drone technology is really, really important because if Amazon sees potential on Workhorse stock, that could be a huge partner, because eventually in the future, there are government institutions and different states are implementing that these vehicles, the delivery vehicles, be electric and non-emission. So if Amazon is forced to get involved in that, and Amazon gets involved in that, really find companies that have zero emission vehicles, Workhorse can be the option, because Workhorse also has drones, and Amazon was also partnering with other companies that specifically focus on the drone technology to deliver packages. So Workhorse is going to have both of those things available, both electric vehicle and also the drones. So that's going to be super fantastic for the future if Amazon sees potential in Workhorse. But now let's look at exactly the videos of how these Workhorse trucks and drones work, guys. So this is a really fantastic video. Let's check it out.
It looks like any other delivery truck, but the roof reveals its secrets.
People should not be afraid of drone delivery. It's very safe.
At least that's what Workhorse is setting out to prove. Its vision of drone delivery is a little different.
So the idea is that the drone is an assistant to the driver.
We flew Sky 9 along with this test flight Thursday. Workhorse calls this horsefly. Once loaded, it soars to its destination autonomously. It can lower a package from 15 feet at a location you set. Workhorse says it's a time saver. While a delivery driver was out dropping off packages nearby, horsefly could go to an address farther away. And it's a cost saver.
From a standard delivery truck, it takes about $1 a mile to deliver a package. With the electric truck, it's about 34 cents a mile. With the drone, it's about 4 cents a mile to deliver your package.
Jeffrey Bennett has worked on Horsefly since he was a co-op at UC.
Yeah, it's my baby.
And not just his. There is now a team of 12.
Is this realistic?
This is realistic. We are testing every day, 5 days a week, just to see what these real-world applications are going to be like.
All born here in a nondescript warehouse in Loveland. Its weekly tests have to happen in neighborhoods with low trees and no big power lines. When Workhorse started its testing a little more than a month ago, they had 40 people signed up, but as people have seen these drones in their neighborhood, they're now up to 55, and they still have a little more than a month to go.
Our immediate response was, we want to be a partner.
The city of Loveland has a stake, too, helping Workhorse get things through the Federal Aviation Administration. The upside:
We're hopeful for being promoted as a progressive community that supports technology.
And of course, there's an app for that.
So customers can add an address.
It's where you set that drop-off point and track the drone in real time.
If we can land on top of the truck and deliver the packages in 23-mile-an-hour wind, rain, snow, or shine, then we'll consider that a success.
It will only be a matter of time. Above Loveland, I'm Evan Millward, 9 on your side.
As you guys saw, guys, so that's pretty cool technology that Workhorse has. Their trucks are really fantastic, and their drones are really cool to see when they actually deliver their packages. But now let's talk about exactly the unusual activity that happened on Workhorse options. The options specifically, and this point is the options that we're talking about is going to be the strike price for $40 and the expiration date for October 16. As you can see over here, we're looking at the options chain. The open interest for this contract is 3,800. The volume is 3,362. What that basically means is people that are holding this specific strike price option contracts, now it's going for 0.68. You multiply that by 100, you're going to be getting $68. So if you want to get one option contract Workhorse, it's going to cost you $68. But as you can see, the ones that are, there's 39. The 39 strike price options, the volume is not that much. It's only 37. Open interest 299, and also the implied volatility is also super high. So really, this increases a lot when people or options price makers are expecting a significant move to happen in the near future. You get to see implied volatility go super high, especially due to earnings and some of the events that can potentially spike the stock to the upside. This really is something that's really interesting to look at. I'm not sure who are the individuals that really bought these specific option contracts. They might be hedging their portfolios and might be selling short these strike prices. But we really don't know. So that's why you need to be super careful and understand that just buying these options, because a lot of people are buying it, is not an ideal thing to do. But you can just know that there's going to be a lot of people that have interest on this specific option contracts, and there's a lot of open interest in it. And if you want to get involved in it, you can definitely eye on it. But however, for this stock to go to $40, it needs to move more than 100%, so it needs to move like 150% to the upside, more than 150% to move to the upside for it to break even by October 16. So that's definitely possible, of course, if they can get the deal. So the risk reward is like you can risk 0.68 or 68 cents to find out, so like $68, per potential significant profit. That's ideal. And also, I talked about yesterday about a strategy that you can use for cheap to get involved in these options. And I also made a close to 19 minute video talking about exactly Workhorse options, highly on options, what are they, how to use them. I talked in detail, so you guys get to check out that video. I made it a few weeks ago, specifically going and talking about how to use options. But in this video, I'll just cover a little bit of information about that too. So yesterday I talked about a call debit spread strategy. That is, unless you have level 3 options available on your Robinhood account, you're not going to be able to do this. But if you don't want to risk a lot of money to get involved in this, the $40 strike price, options, you can get involved in it by using $5. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. So what you want to do is you want to click on the 39, you click on buy over here, and then you go to the sell over here, and then you sell the 40 strike price. So what that does is it created a call debit spread, and it's only the total cost for this specific trade. It's only going to be $5, and your profit potential is, if Workhorse stock goes to above $40, you're going to be subtracting 40 minus 39 is 1. and then 1 minus 0.05 is 0.95. So 0.95 multiplied by 100, that's going to give you $95. So you're risking $5 to make $95. So that's not that bad if you want to get involved in it, unless you're just scared. Unless you don't want to scared to just buy the $40 strike price by itself and risk like $68. You can just risk $55 and figure out, hey, you know what, this is a good risk reward, and if the stock goes above that, you can make $95, you know. So that's also another option that you can do. But of course, as I said, you need to have options 3 level available, and the profit is also going to be capped. However, if you just have, you know, if you just buy the $68, there's going to be high potential and really going to be unlimited profit potential if the stock keeps going up to the upside. And also, I had a lot of questions about what is the loss for this. Like, if you buy the $40 strike price for $68, the max loss is going to be $68, you know. So eventually you're going to be start losing money if the stock does not go to $40 by October 16th. So eventually at that date, if that does not happen, this option contract is going to be worth 0. It's going to expire worthless. And also, if you do this, the call debit strategy too, your max loss is only going to be $5. So you're only going to be losing $5. So that's it, guys. So check out that video that explains in detail about Hyliion, our Workhorse options, and how to understand options in detail. But now let's go and talk about what happened to the stock market today. At all-time highs, which is super fantastic, guys. We recovered all the loss that we had due to the pandemic, and now we're edging closer to hitting all-time highs again. So we'll see. We already hit it today, so we might, if at any time the stock market goes up, that means we're always going to be hitting all-time highs every single week if the stock market decides to go up every time. So that is really fascinating to see, guys. Mainly the drivers, of course, going to be the major companies. We got Amazon today that had a really fantastic day. It's up 4%, and now it's like at 3,312. Also, Google has one of its best days, so that is really fantastic. And Apple, of course, the split is coming up pretty soon, and it's up to close to $462. Microsoft up. You know, we got also earnings report that came out from NVIDIA. Our earnings report that will be coming out in NVIDIA too. And the financial sector is like the sector that really has been dragging the market to the downside. And also the energy sector has been going down to the downside too. We had 2 economic reports that came out yesterday, that came out today, talking about the housing starter SSR. The numbers were actually better than expected, and also the building permits were better than expected, but the real estate sector did not react that much. As you can see, we have a few stocks that reacted positively, but however, still was not that significant. And also we had earnings reports that came out for HD and Walmart. So Walmart actually down a little bit, but the numbers are good. So definitely going to keep an eye on these other companies that are going to be reporting earnings. We got NVIDIA earnings coming up pretty soon. And also, now let's talk about what are the important economic reports that we need to pay attention to for tomorrow. So for October 19, we got at 1 p.m. we got the San Francisco Fed President Mary is going to be speaking, and also at 2 p.m. we got the FOMC minutes going to be for period of July 28 to 29, and also at 3 p.m. we got the Richard Fed President Tom is going to be speaking. So definitely keep an eye for these important events happening. They can potentially with the stock market, guys. So hope you enjoyed this video, guys. If you have any questions, any comments, make sure you drop in the comment section below. Make sure you smash the like button, and always make sure you have a solid plan before you get involved in any of these trades or any companies that you want to be trading. And if you want to sign up for Webull, there's going to be a link in the description box below. Join the Discord chat, and also if you want to support the channel on Patreon, I really appreciate it, guys. But also make sure you have a solid plan, as I mentioned. Let's get it for tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.